Hello, I'm Bastian. I'm a moral philosopher and bioethicist. Now that vaccines have been proven efficacious and we can start vaccinating, we need to ask who should get the vaccine first. I think racial and ethnic minorities that have been disproportionately hit by the pandemic should get the vaccine first. But 2020 has not only been the year of the pandemic, it has also been a year of increased political polarization. In such a climate, calls for vaccines to be distributed to minorities first can and have already been decried as forms of reverse racism by demagogues. But I think we can agree on this prioritization regardless of our politics. The guiding principle that we can and should agree upon is to give vaccines first to those who are at high risk. The disproportionate effects to minorities show that members of racial minorities are at higher risk. But even so, I think we can do better than a simple racial priority. We should be looking into what underlies and explains racial disparities. This is where epidemiological modeling comes into play. Such modeling can help us understand better the risk factors that make race relevant in the first place. Some such modeling has already taken place. Examples that are suggested include the ability to reduce mobility. If you have a frontline job and you cannot socially distance, then you're at higher risk of COVID-19. Members of minorities are disproportionately among frontline workers and are less likely to be able to follow social distancing guidelines. If you're living in densely populated areas, social distancing is more difficult. Again, minorities more often live in densely populated areas. If we do such modeling, perhaps assisted by artificial intelligence, we can target better who needs a vaccine first. And we thereby respond appropriately to the fact that many more minorities have died from COVID and give a due preference to racial and ethnic minorities disproportionately affected by the pandemic.